Hello and welcome. I'm Mrs. Goswick. I am the new art teacher here at Insight PA. And I wanted to just give you a little bit of background information about me. So I'm going to switch screens here and show you my presentation real quick. Okay, so first, I am on the western side of the state. I am actually east of Pittsburgh in a small town called Ligonier. My address is Latrobe. Um, but that's kind of where I am in the state. I went to Seton Hill University as my college. It was a wonderful fit for me, great experience at Seton Hill. They had a really great art program at the time, and it has only grown and changed since I have left. The Seton Hill was going through a huge transition when I was there. The first year I was there was the first year they moved from a college to a university status. It was also the first year that they officially went co-ed. And it was also the first year that we had any type of sports teams that were anything to speak of. So since then, it has grown exponentially. It's an amazing university, but that was kind of my beginnings there. I had a great experience. They also have expanded their entire fine art department with all new studio spaces since I left as well. So I'm a little jealous about that. After though graduating from Seton Hill, I graduated magna cum laude from there, had a wonderful experience. I got a bachelor's of arts degree, which is a little different. Some colleges you would get a bachelor's of education, and that would give you your opportunity to teach. Seton Hill does it a little differently. They require that you have a bachelor's of arts degree and a certification to teach. It's twice the work. It's like a double major, but I feel that it gives you the best solid background. So I bring all of that art history, all of my studio experiences, because I truly have that bachelor's of arts degree here to you in the classroom. After though graduating from Seton Hill, I did move to Maryland for a year. I decided I needed to get a job. So I interviewed and was lucky enough to get the job down in Maryland. That year, I taught kindergarten through fifth grade art. I learned a lot about teaching. I learned a lot about the profession, made lots of great contacts and wonderful friends down there in the profession. And then after that year, though, I did really want to be back home here in Western Pennsylvania. So I moved back home, and I was lucky enough to get the job here at job at Mount Pleasant. I was at Mount Pleasant for the last 15 years. And it was really amazing. I started out there with a very small program. We had one art class in the junior high program. So I taught a seventh grade art class, and I taught it twice a day. That was it. And so I decided that that program needed to grow and needed to build. And it was really exciting to do that. So in about a year and a half, I built that junior high program into a super successful program. We added 2 additional courses. We added a 3D art sculpture class, and we added a digital art computer class in the art program. So that was really amazing. That program continued to grow in popularity and success, and it was amazing. I also did an art club, and that was also very popular. And then I also started a digital graphic design club. And in the digital graphic design club, we made t-shirts and vinyl decals and banners and yard signs and all kinds of stuff. And that program, I had that going on for about 6 years before we decided that we could grow that into a class. So in the last 2 years, that class has been part of the development and fully in process, I guess, this last year. And it was an amazing experience and a really great program that I got to build and grow that as well. So that was a lot of fun. So I have a wide background of experiences, all of which is all about growth and creating these amazing programs. So I'm really excited to be here at Insight, where I hope that we can also continue to grow and build and have more class offerings and things here for our students as well and for you. So I'm really excited to be here and move and make this transition from your traditional brick and mortar school to the potential that I see in this amazing opportunity with online learning. And I think Insight is the perfect place for me. So that's just a little bit about my educational background and my thoughts. But then I did want to mention just personally, I am married. My husband's name is Jeff. And Jeff and I have been married for the last 14 years. We're going to celebrate our 15th wedding anniversary this August. So we're really excited about that. We have two little girls. Letty Ray is 10 currently, and Mia Lee Hope is 7. Now, I say currently because very shortly here in March, Letty's going to turn 11 on the 21st, and Mia Lee is going to turn 8 on the 22nd. So they share back-to-back birthdays. So that's always a fun time of year. So we're looking forward to that as our next kind of like holiday celebration experience. Mia Lee was highly afraid of all animals, like super scared of like a duck or a cat that like walk by you. She would like run as fast as she could and try to climb me like a tree. So for her, I think it was her 3rd birthday, we decided that the perfect gift would be a dog. So we got Abby, and Abby Lee is 3. She's going to actually be 4 here in February. And maybe it was her 4th birthday that we got her a dog. No, it was her 3rd birthday. Maybe it was her 4th birthday. Anyway, we got her a dog. I thought I was the worst parent in the world for the longest time, but it's okay. Now they are the best of friends and it works out really well. So there's a picture of Abby there. Also, there's like a ditch behind her. We were digging a ditch from our main house to our new building, and I'll explain that here in a minute. So that's what that ditch was, so that we could put a water line in for that. So in the middle, about the middle of the screen, you can see a picture of our house. We live in a log home. It was purchased when Letty was 4. So that was, I don't know, we're probably in year 6 or 7 at this point. Anyway, we got that as a foreclosure. It had been sitting empty for 5 years. It was in really bad shape. It didn't have any plumbing. It didn't have any heat source. It didn't have, so no ductwork. It did have electrical. We were very lucky on electrical, but we had to do a lot of work. We had 30 days to get it livable so that we could move into it. A lot of work, a lot of cleaning, and those kinds of things. So we did that, and then we have been now renovating and fixing and spending a lot of our time and energy and love pouring into the creation of this house that we have. So this home that we're making. So we did spend a lot of time doing that. And then also we have our building at the bottom. That building was a project with my husband and my mother and I, and we have a business called Creative Differences, and we sold our building for our business, and we used the money for the sale of that to build this building on our property. So it's our art studio over there in the center. Jeff has a part of it there on the left side, which is the taller section for him. And the studio is there on the right side. The only part that's like functioning right now is the studio space. Everything else is still under construction down there. But this weekend, literally like yesterday, we just turned the water on and let the water go down that ditch through that pipe from our house to our building. And so hopefully, fingers crossed, everything moving forward, our heating system is through water down there too. So hopefully we'll have heat and running water through a sink here very soon down in our building. So I teach classes there in person. I also create and do artwork there. So one of the things that my mom and I are doing currently through Creative Differences would be the table up at the top. So I'm practicing artist and I'm creating things. We do things separately, Mom and I, and then when we get together, this is what we do. We do pour paintings on furniture. So that's a lot of fun. And then actually the girls help us out with that too. So that was a little bit about me professionally, a little bit about me personally. And then I just did want to mention real quickly here before I leave you that I have office hours, and the office hours will be Monday through Thursday every day from 8:30 to 9 o'clock. So stop in if you have an issue or concern, and we'll work through it then. Or if you just want to talk and chat, stop in and we can talk and chat then too as well. If that time does not work for you and you have a need, please reach out, let me know. We can schedule something and make sure that I can help you and meet with you so that you can be successful here in this fine art class. I also put my email address on there. That's another great way to get in contact with me if you have a concern or a question. It's just jgoswick@insightpa.org. And then there at the end, I just wanted to say I'm excited to work with you and meet you here in class. So I do appreciate cameras on if you can, if that's possible, and positive experiences on the mic. So I look forward to seeing you and hearing you in class.